are about to watch serves for educational purposes only. I am here to teach. I'm here to show you what I and fellow other ISO gods, and even if you're not an ISO god, this is what we face every single time we get on this game. And I hope these opponents serve as an example of how not to play and how this game wants you to play. I've noticed something. In this community, I would say 85% of everyone has a small guard. And what I mean by small guard, anything that is 6'4" and under. And they all play the same way. Let's take this guy, for example, the gold and black ninja. He doesn't play any type of defense. And I kinda understand why he doesn't. Because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to play defense. Look at him. He goes to the basket, hoping and praying that I miss. Because if RNG, or what I have appropriately entitled it, the system, can pretty much guarantee the opponent or your opponent that you will miss some shots. So people in this community do not feel it is important to play any type of defense. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing the same thing over and over and over. He relies on the RNG to play defense for him and hoping, wishing, and praying that the slingshot effect will take effect. And maybe, just maybe, he can get some points and make this game close. He's mistaken. And you're mistaken if you think that I do not know how to combat the RNG. This is just one example. I have 3. And when all else fails, when nothing is going right, I can almost time my watch to the fact that my opponent will quit the game. Because let's just be honest, that's the type of community that we have. When things don't go your way, you quit. Because that's who you are as a person. It's too easy. Game number 2. Same old, rinse and repeat. Hang back, play no defense, or spam steal, or hope and pray that the system, RNG, helps you out in some kind of way or some kind of fashion. And to a degree, I don't really blame my opponents. I get it. This game isn't that good. The gameplay itself is clunky, it's slow, and the RNG, or the EOMM, really helps out weaker opponents. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those who do not know, if you play against a person who is a higher rep or has a higher win percentage, the game itself will help you to at least attempt to win. Now sometimes the game will take over for you. That means the system is completely ingrained into the build that you spent $100 on. Yes, well, not me. I'm no money spent. I only have 2 builds. Now you see that shot right there? That was completely RNG. I originally shot the ball at the 3-point line, but it didn't give me a shot. Rhythm shooting didn't come up. it actually made me go into a hesitation. Who would have ever guessed that? And look at that open floater I had. Completely bricked that. I wonder why. I wonder why. Is it because the system, aka RNG, wants to give this man who's below my skill level a chance? I think that's what it is. Because you see, without RNG, he can't beat me. And even with that position, even with that, the RNG was on my side. There's no reason as to why I should have made that shot. I should have never made that shot. But guess what? I did. So you see, I'm not complaining that the RNG is working against me. I'm also complaining that the RNG is also helping me. If I make a bad play, I should not make the shot. How hard is that to figure out? But not in NBA 2K25. Nope. And it seems as though experienced players, like myself, we're the only ones who are experiencing this. Nothing against my casual players. Nothing against my casual audience. I love you all the same because you watch me every single video. I appreciate you. But even you know there is no fun in having a game make winning shots. There is no fun in a game lowering your stats in order to give your opponent a chance or the feeling of what winning could be. There is no fun in that. And for those who say RNG is not in the game, well, I hope this gameplay is a great example. Like that shot right there. I've made that shot green 1,000 times over. But for some reason, since I have 12 points, which isn't that far from 9, I couldn't make that, but I make a wide open green 3-point. Come on, give me a break. You see, even the other, an ISO god like myself, we have issues with the RNG. So to a degree, I don't blame my opponents. Some of you are just so absent-minded that you don't even notice that the game is helping you. I mean, why would you? It's not like 2K25 is a grind-worthy game. But I will say, I am dedicated to my audience. You all enjoy me destroying my opponents, and I will continue to give it to you. Also, AK is coming. Oh no, this video isn't. Wait a minute, where are you going? Remember when I told you that they all quit? He's not the only one. Ah, finally, the star of today's video. A fellow tall guard. If I remember correctly, you were 6'10". I am 6'8", and you dribble, and I appreciate that. But you see, the problem with you, sir, is that you fell into the trap of all the rest of my victims that I played. You relied on the RNG. Maybe not as much as the others have. Maybe not as frequently. Maybe you don't even know you're doing it. But still, you were like the rest. Now I will give you this. You did try to dribble against me. And you were affected. You stunned me so many times. But at the end of the day, you turned out to be just like everyone else. Someone hoping, praying, wishing that my build would get stopped by certain animations. Hoping, wishing, praying that certain animations would put me into a contact dunk. Because let's just be honest, you knew what you were doing. You did. And as much as you want the steal, because that's your only form of defense, once again, I do not hate you. Now what you just saw was a bad shot, and I knew I was going to miss that as soon as I released it. If you played this game enough, you know what I'm talking about. You know when the ball leaves your hand, whether or not you're going to make it. And the fact that RNG is so prevalent this year, things like this happen. Either my rhythm shooting doesn't register, or the RNG kicks in and makes me shoot a white. I shoot on high risk, high reward, green or miss. But even with green or miss, the RNG is still prevalent. Now, one could say I'm taking bad shots, and I could see how you would say that. But let's just be real here. There are other forces behind that. Do you really think my opponent here wanted to take that shot? Just ask yourself that. Do you really believe that he wanted to take that bad shot? I don't believe that he did. I don't believe that anybody wants to take a bad shot. Some people do. But others who have learned their shot, like myself, knowing that the green window shifts, what are we supposed to do? But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because with that foul, he turned out to be just like everyone else, running when it gets difficult. But y'all just remember, it's all a genjutsu anyway.